There hasn't really been recording. Already it was slowing down. There's no reason to record. There's no reason not to too, but and then the friend returned from Germany that seems to have been the main reason, maybe. It's like I can only guess, based on the conditions. I can't really know, but it was already slowing down, but then when she returned, there's been very, very little even thought of it. So I think it mainly was a means to be of support to her when she was away doing a hard thing. Um, and in this moment, the body feels a little like sickly. Um, so having the heat on, I have an eye condition, um, irritates the eyes, so that's happening. And there's been wondering about, years ago, it was noticed that in the wintertime when everything was closed up, that this kind of sick feeling would come on. So I was wondering about mold. Um, there was even back then. Uh, but um, yeah, sometimes there are discomforts or curiosities or whatever that don't rise to the level of action. So there's nothing done about it. Periodically, when it's a little warmer, there can be opening up all the windows. And it's very hard to locate the unwell feeling. It's similar to like burnout when it just feels like the body just doesn't have the normal capacity. Or I don't know, normal is the right word, but there's a capacity the body can have that it feels diminished. And then on top of that, which is more like a heavy tiredness, I would say, it's the closest language. There was also a sense of potentially a like feverishness coming on, that like slow ache in the bones and muscles. Uh, haven't yet taken the temperature. Took whatever the fever reducer. I get them all mixed up. Aspirin, ibuprofen, acetaminophen. I don't know, but I took one of them that's a fever reducer. So we'll see. Um, and it's there's a word. It's not loquacious. It's not liquid. Languid. Languid? It's very pleasantly unpleasant. It's kind of this languid quality. And it can seems to be bringing almost like squeezing a sponge, like what in the past would have been called sadness, but there's not an emotion tone. It's maybe a little like poignant or something, or I don't know. But the tears, they're not um making it, the glands aren't producing all the way, but it's like the beginnings of that activation. And it feels so nice, even without it kind of fruiting or whatever coming out the eyes. It's very nice. Yeah, I guess poignant because this is not unlike how the body would feel in like a final scene of a movie of like some sort of drama where there was no real resolution and you'd grown kind of attached to the character and um, kind of feel for them, and it kind of just um, it peters out, or yeah, it's not all tied up in a bow and like a major chord or something. It's like ending on a minor key that's just kind of trailing off in the distance after a kind of heart investment in a character's life or something. So it's like a tender sensation, combination of sensations. It's so hard to remember how such experiences became suffering. I guess it would be like maybe there's a memory of days in the past in the story of the character where there was some tension. There was some sense that how this body was feeling or doing had to be hidden, or it wanted to slow down, but the permission wasn't free inside somehow to like stay in bed or take a day off work or cancel plans or something like that. Um, but it kind of can't do that anymore. It can't really fake it, or if there's like a sense that faking it might still happen, then there's not engaging with those people where that feels like what might occur. And it's so beautiful. Like the body, it's never been a problem. It's so honest and clear. And it seems like, again, I can't know for sure, but there have been, over the past year or so, there have been times where it was like, oh, the body's having an experience that it's getting sick. And it seems like in the past it would, or there was like the beginnings of an injury or a muscle strain or something. Oh, it's gonna like catch, and it just doesn't. There's like no resistance to it. It's just another interesting experience in the body. And then it doesn't turn into anything again and again and again. It doesn't turn into anything. It's fascinating. And it doesn't mean it won't. Like that's the weird thing. They could be fine if it did. It's just so clearly not anything with meaning. It's not anything with purpose or meaning or intention. It doesn't belong to a person. The experiences that come and go. Also now, even if a kind of a little flurry of thoughts pop up, old, old thinking patterns, or even new kind of creative, angsty thought patterns, there's not even a move to address it or something. Um, it's like the sensations. It's just like, oh, it's like that. It's not any purpose, meaning, or intent. It's not going anywhere. Nothing has to be done about it. You're also noticing this isn't 100%, but like a facet of the duality, the appearance of duality is like a desire for slow, quiet, still, alone, nothing to do. And that has been longed for much of the life. And there's so much of it now. And still that pattern of longing will arise. And it's not all the time, but it can be like um, almost like pleasant on the front end and pain on the far end. Just subtly, there's still a bit of like story or habit or subtle belief somewhere that's nice or better. Because for so long there wasn't, I didn't have it and I couldn't give myself permission for it. So that momentum, but it's petering out, but it's just like noticed the having downtime like this morning. The normal morning clients happen to move to the afternoon. So there's the whole morning. And it's like a nice relaxation on the front end. But it's not really anything in actuality. And then on the far end, there's that background. It's not even fully formed now, but like just watching the like unproductive or isolated or something, which is like a lower frequency or something. So the relaxation is like a higher frequency on the front end. And then there's something on the far end that's lower frequency. And then when there are sessions, there might be on the front end a little bit of lower frequency, like that longing for downtime and silence. And like the kind of still a bit of the performative, although it doesn't lock in and become something, it's just kind of noticed. And then the actual interaction with people is um like right in the middle mostly. I mean, it can waver, but and then on the far end it's very um is it very, it can be very lifted, the frequency, having interacted, especially when what naturally arose, how nature wrote this body was like slow, soft, quiet, kind. Sometimes it can write it to be fierce, um, and very forward, and that can leave a little bit more agitation in the body. So there's still kind of like an evening out that seems to be happening while variation is still totally free to appear. And it's like none of my business. It's just it's just what is reported. Because again, it doesn't mean anything. It's unexplainable, totally kind of natural and just what is, or even I don't know if that's true, just what seems to be. But there's yeah, still it's not going to be named or talked about. But it doesn't exclude all of that. And it's hmm, it can be so much gratitude for what can't be named or described or talked about. It was yeah, it's not even going to be said. It's like nice. Sometimes it's nice to say things, but it's not it's so obvious it will have no benefit on the relative. It like it won't yeah, it'll have no benefit to say it. Just likely be misunderstood or elicit jealousy or which is fine. It's just doesn't want to. It's like that doesn't outweigh the pleasure of saying it or something. And in the pleasure of saying it, there's like a sense that there's still a bit of pride or meaning making or something, specialness, or not actually like in comparison to other people, but like making it a thing, making it mean something, or like saying it is like a landing or an arriving, and it's just not the case. It's just not the case. So there's also can be like a cost here for saying it strangely, and that might go away. Whatever is still kind of intact that can happen, but that too is none of my business. It's like these are all just like flimsy theories to explain or describe what isn't happening, but they don't actually know anything. Oh yeah, and the hair went pink. Found old like half used hair dye bottle tube. So just used it up. Actually, there's still a little bit left, but so that happened.